Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's STORMYBMAN, and I am live and on the move. Shout out to the brother, Junior the Truth, for this Friday, December 19th, 2025. Man, we had one day of 40 degrees temperature, you guys, and I wake up this morning and it's 12 degrees. Boy, I tell you, the Chi does not play around when it comes to the weather. I told you guys earlier this week, the wind chill factor, is what it is. The wind chill factor. I'm prepared for it though. You know, totally prepared. I saw that little break of light through the clouds and I was like, you know what? It's gonna drop back down fast. And so guess what I did? Kept the thermals on alert, the layers all ready, and we are dealing with it. You dig? Hey man, it's gonna be this way until at least April 2026. Maybe longer. Because old man Winter, he have a knack for hanging around in the Chi for some reason. I think he likes the skyline or something. I don't know. But he be hanging around. Oh, it's so welcoming here with the lakefront, and I can do my wind chill factor. You know. Tell that old man to go somewhere. Go on vacation. Go to Florida. Get him up out of the Chi, man. Yeah, you guys, I'm just coming to you this morning with a live. You know, it's kind of like a random thing. I wanted to have a little company on my commute this morning, so that's what it's all about. We know that we got the Netflix farce taking place this evening, and that's not really news. If you had a chance to watch the weigh-in yesterday, there was so much flesh, I thought I was in a slaughterhouse. Yeah! Man, all those women boxes up there, man. I know the one song, they was playing a lot of rap, but I know one song that wasn't playing. We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. When them ladies get up there on the scales, boy, y'all just better be ready, But I don't think they'll let you in if you're wearing raincoats. Yeah, you know. I don't know what that was Alicia Baumgartner had on, but I know one thing. If I had a Barbie doll, it would have fully covered the Barbie doll. But as far as her, nah. Yeah. Del Rib, what's happening, man? You the first one to write in the chat this morning. Happy Friday to you, brother. How you doing? Yeah, buddy. Man. Dude, I am so glad that I was prepared for these temperatures to change up like this. Because there was people yesterday when I was on my job, they was talking about, oh, it's supposed to be 50 and this and that. And I'm like, that shit is temporary. You know, like when you sneeze one time, that one big sneeze, achoo, and that's it, it's gone. But a lot of them gonna wake up today, got ice cubes for balls and shit, you know? It's like, man, it is what it is, though. We gotta deal with it. The Real says, the other day, it was 17 degrees. Today is 50. Man, where you at, Del Real? What city? Like I said, here, nice weather has been stored away, huh? Put on the shelf with a lock on the door. That's what it is around here, around these parts, man. Yep. Ratchet since 91, what's good with you? Appreciate you, bro. When you're up and early like this, man, you get a chance to see a lot of, you know, what the world is prepared for and what it ain't prepared for. Yesterday morning on my commute, I saw a car. There was this big accident. Dude had ran into a pole or something. I don't know if he was on his phone, fell asleep, had a medical condition or something, but he ran right into a pole. I'm like, dude, it's too early in the morning for that type of activity. Stephen L., salute to you, brother. Good morning. Yeah, buddy. Even though I warmed my car up, it's still not completely warmed up yet, man. It's nippy, bro. It's nippy. Freedom's March in the building. Greetings to you, brother. Good morning. Stephen L. says, white people, Mexicans still popping dirty. Hey, man, you know, I woke up this morning and I saw the brother Drew Titan. He backed me up on those charges for Cletus and Erica, and Janabek. You know, I've been talking about these things, man, but it's like until the rest of us, you know, we got to double and triple down on this, man, because it's shaming the sport. It's embarrassing because it lets you know you got all these inadequate people out here and they're taking something to help them participate, cheat codes, they got the exam answers tucked under their shirt in their book bag, written on the palm of their hands, so to speak. Yeah. Yeah, man, these guys are popping dirty, man. It sounds like, you know, microwave popcorn out there in these boxing streets. Pop, 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 pop. That's all them guys popping dirty. Ridiculous. Now, I know there have always been cheaters, right? Always. In life, it just is. But I don't think we've ever seen it as prevalent as what we're witnessing right now. This has got to be an all-time record for seeing banned substances being used. And as I've always stated, Nobody says, you got me. I was looking for an edge. I think I need help. No, they was like, oh, how did that get there? I have no, man, let the record show. You know, our people are gonna get to the bottom of this, and you know, we have to wait for the B sample. I'm like, dude, with all the education that we've given the people, everybody knows by now, they just gotta be in denial that the B sample and the A sample is the same doggone sample. It's just split into two different containers. Tay, what's good with you? Good morning to you. Yeah. And it's like, you know, they keep talking like that, like it's really gonna change something. Well, let's wait for the B sample, huh? That's like you in a boxing match, the guy gets knocked out, right? I'm talking about cold cocked, like dude was last night in the main event on Pro Box TV. Balderas knocked that dude out, and dude was out, and the ref started to count. I'm like, what you counting for, huh? He's like, well, let's wait for the 10 count to wave it off. No, he's snoring, huh? Dude look like he drank a bottle of NyQuil. Yeah, what are you doing, huh? And so the B sample is really gonna shake some stuff up? I don't think it is. You know? I guess when they come to the ring now, they should not only bring the spit bucket and the Enswell and the Vaseline and the Q-tips and stuff, but bring that little bottle with them too, huh? That little bottle, the banned bottle. What the hell, man? It's banned for a reason. And I don't care. This is the worst part of it all, you guys. This is the worst part. When they say stupid stuff like, well, it was only 1/1000th of a gram. I'm like, it's a bad substance. And it's where it shouldn't be. Your body don't naturally produce the stuff, but it's in your system. That means you was taking it. At the time of being caught, it may be being flushed out, right? It's like, oh, they caught him when he was cycling, you know, and it's like, okay, yeah, 1/1000th of a gram or this many whatevers of a gram. It's like, dude, it shouldn't be in there at all. It shouldn't, huh? I mean, I do not do cocaine. When I go to the doctor tomorrow and they test my blood and they say, well, you got 1/1000th of a gram of cocaine in your system. Guess what? I did some cocaine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't lie your way through this stuff, man. What do they think people are? I know masses can be dumb, but you still gotta account for us smart ones out here, huh? You got to, because that ain't what make the world go round. What make the world go round is smart people, huh? It's the stupid people that end up in them cuffs, behind bars, in the emergency room, in the graveyard, huh? There is an order to it all. And guys, it just we gotta get beyond this, man. Stephen L. says, Sensei, I just sent you an example to your phone. No, you can't check it out yet, though. Yeah, okay, thanks, Stephen L. Yeah, because I can't switch over while I'm doing the live. I might lose everything, or it might mess the broadcast up or whatever. But I'll check it out when I wrap this up. So yeah, when Drew was talking about it, I was so glad to see that. I was so glad. I was like, yes, you know, because where are all those other people at? Huh? All those other people, the ones who be shilling for certain individual fighters and talk about what's bad for the sport and everything. I was like, dude, you know what? You're bad for the sport because you won't keep it true. You won't. Yeah. Tay says, you are responsible on what you put in your body, period. Yeah, they putting drugs in their body and then they're trying to deny it, you know? That's just like, you know, when I was in my teens and stuff, we played basketball, pickup games, you know, at the park, on the court, or in the gym. You know, we playing ball. There was some dudes who were just naturally gifted. Dude, I didn't have a good vertical leap, you know? But they would always tell me, like, when I would leap up to get the rebounds, that I was much higher off the ground than when I was trying to dunk or something. I never understood the mechanics of that. But I wasn't a great leaper. But I could shoot the pill. And, you know, I can handle the rock a little bit. But there were guys who were just talented, soaring through the air and stuff. I'm like, man, this dude is like 5'7" and he can fly like a 42, 44-inch vertical leap or something. I'm like, dang, genetics, man, genetics. But I didn't start trying to take something to see if it'll help make me leap through the, you know, through the roof or whatever, you know, or, you know what I'm trying to say. It's like taking something to be able to do what somebody else is able to do naturally. Huh? Some dudes are blessed and fortunate with punching power. Now, you can't teach punching power. You can't. You either have it or you don't. But you can learn to punch sharper with better technique and placement, and you could get the desired effects out of doing those things. That's why we all laughed when Sugar Hill, after the second Fury fight with Wilder, talking about he had to teach Fury how to turn his punches over because he's got power and this and that. We were laughing. It was like, okay, but for 24 other fights, where was the damn power at? And all of a sudden, mysteriously, you taught him to turn his punches over, and now he can hurt people, put dents in skulls and stuff, and, you know, bruising and bumping up people's bodies and stuff. Man, get out of here with that foolishness, bro. That's not real. Where was that vaunted punching power at Francis Ngannou? Huh? Ngannou came in there and had his ass on the canvas, just like Wilder did. Oh, but he didn't have his goodie bag over in Saudi though, huh? Yeah, he wasn't allowed, huh? He didn't teleport that pull me gloves up crap, huh? It was none of that. Yeah. And Joshua hits Ngannou on the chin and sleeps him like a folded chair in the backyard when the party is over, huh? Yeah. Stephen L. says, I can still do backflips at the age of 37. Yeah, but don't be doing it, bro. Don't be doing it. Because when you out there doing that, And just because you 37 and not 17, one slip up and your girl's gonna be, Papa, Papa. You call the ambulance, baby. Yeah. Embrace your age, bro. Embrace your age. You're only gonna see it once. Shoot, man. Yeah, and when I used the, height of 5'7", because there was a time when 5'7", 5'8", that was an average height for a male. But I said that because that's a short person with a shorter person with a greater distance to the rim. And there was some dudes, man, that they could leap over your head. That was like weird, like Spud Webb style. You understand? I saw a film of Anthony Joshua, and he's what, 6'6"? I saw a film of him trying to dunk a basketball, and he looked like he was going up there against Mutombo. The ball hit the rim. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's wrong here. If you had given me his height, I might have had a chance to play college ball. Shoot. Yeah, man. Some people don't know how this stuff works, man. The game of life, huh? Hey, you guys, was Monday some kind of holiday or something that I did not know and miss? Because I know during my commute on Monday, the traffic was like very light, both going and coming home. It was very light. BVO in the building. What's happening with you? Junior the Truth, my brother out there, he says, backflips my ass. I don't even talk fast no more. Yeah, Junior. You see, let me give you a little hint, Junior. You know how when you be doing your imitation of me? Well, because I said, I'll be hearing you out there when you be so-called imitating the sensei. But there was a time when I spoke a lot faster and everything too. But you know what I realized? You take your time and everything, and you can absorb life much better, huh? Take your time, huh? Because if you think that life is a race, you can burn out and be done very soon, huh? But if you treat it as a marathon, there'll be people waiting for you at the finish line. Yeah. Take your time. They got this UFC guy on a big old poster by the train station here. Alex somebody. Bald head dude with tattoos. I don't really watch the UFC, so I don't know this dude. Some of y'all might know him though. Man, guys, the wind has picked up. I can hear it. Remember me telling you about the wind chill factor? I'm telling you guys, that's part of the conversation, whether you want it to be or not. Yeah, buddy. Okay, Alex Perler, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just drove past a newly renovated train station. They got a big poster of him advertising the UFC. You don't even see fighters on posters no more and advertise. It's like none of these guys are got enough marketability, you know? It's unfortunate. I mean, well, there are some, but they're not the ones that they're not the ones that they want. The establishment wants, you know, representing. Because I think that Devin Haney would be a great candidate to be marketing for companies and brands and stuff. But the boxing community is so against him because he's trying to do the right things. He's trying to do what's proper. He's trying to set the example for, to keep it in simple terms, all the smoke. That ain't what they want now. They want guys that are deranged and guys that's in trouble all the time and cheating and stuff. Like Ryan Garcia. Why is Ryan getting all these doggone opportunities to be on TV and sitting with panels and stuff? I'm like, dude, do you know I would reach across that table and strangle that dude? That is not a positive representative for the sport of boxing. And Devin is not the only one. I just used his name. But there are plenty of others in this. Well, I won't say plenty, but there's a handful of others that you could really, you know, do something with through marketing. Yep. Junior says, take your time and do it right. First time. My pawpaw law. Yeah, man. Lighthouse in the building. What's happening? He says, salute, Stormy. Hen Dog says, they're more on social media than in the ring. Yeah, Freedom's Mark says, that's crazy. Man. I tell you, bro, all you gotta do sometimes is just like Drew Titan says, sit back and watch. Let people talk, just observe, and things will reveal. You don't really even have to lift a finger. It'd be like, man, really? Passing what's called a D'Amato's Bakery here in the Chi. I wonder is that Cuts D'Amato's family? Because that's not a necessarily popular name in Italian, but it'd be interesting to know. Probably is a bloodline of Cuts. I'm almost at my destination and my car is just now warmed up. It feels nice in here now. I'm like, boy, that lets you know how cold it is. It takes about 15 minutes for it to really, you know, warm up, thaw or whatever. But yeah, Drew Titan did those videos, man. And listen, you got to talk about those cheats, man. You got to talk about them. Because nobody else is. Where have you seen the Ring, excuse me, the Ring articles, the boxing scenes, and Boxing News 24, who always just like to denigrate fighters, particularly the black fighters too. They got such a rebel-rousing, racist staff over there. I don't even look to their page anymore. I used to look to their page to, you know, find stories to talk about. And then I saw how just blatant they were with their bias and prejudice against black fighters. So I just stopped going to their page. Boxing News 24. That's like BS 24. 24/7, 365. That's what it should be called. Their page. BS. Dude, I hate driving behind certain people that just want to keep you going. Goodness. Move. So, Junior, how's the weather out there in you guys' area? How's that weather out there? Stephen L. says, I be cursing driving, not out loud though. Oh, you talking about me talking about these people driving? Dude, I don't have patience anymore. See, you guys, when you get to be my age, I would love to see how many of you don't change it up. Because I'm going to tell you, it used to be a time I wasn't so short-tempered or whatever. It was like, but now I don't have patience anymore, man. And don't forget, I've also witnessed the collapse of society. I've witnessed people go from having some intellect to they're basically being little to no intellect. I'm like, how did we arrive here? Crazy. Little to no intellect. Junior says, icing right now. That Hulk creeping outside. It's over 61 here in Pennsylvania. 61? What? Stephen L., you trying to tell me it's 61 degrees where you at right now? Shut the front door, man. Hey, Junior, I'm passing right now this old hotel that's been down here. This is not too far from what they call the Gold Coast area here in the Chi. It's an old hotel called the Ohio House. This place has been here for years. And the design of it is like straight out of the late 50s or early 60s. That's how old this place is. They got an open vacancy sign up too. But the lot is full. A lot of cars in there. That's an old Chicago staple, that hotel right there. You know, there's people living in hotels now, man. It's like sometimes it used to be people would just, you know, get a hotel and stay or whatever. But there are people actually living in hotels now because of circumstances, bro. You know, our society has got to a point where folks are now doing that, you know, living in hotels, trying to, you know, make ends meet and stuff, man. You never know what a person may have to go through to make it. And it could be very expensive doing that, you know. Man, I'm hearing this wind. As I'm driving down the street, I can, you could hear the gusts of wind going past the car. Stephen L. said, yes, it is. It's 61, man. Y'all fortunate, man. Pennsylvania, where y'all at? Huh? It's like, '61 is a dream for us, and we won't be able to dream that come true until, like I said, April or May. Boy. Yeah, Stephen L. I be cussing folks out on my drive. I be, hey, get out of the way, fool, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I don't get in their face, though. You know, I don't be, you know. You get popped these days trying to be too badass. I know my place. But yeah, as I was saying, you guys, as you get older, you'll lose that patience too. Some of you will. Some of y'all might be able to hold on to that patience. If you are, good for you. My patience went out the window, I think, when I turned about 45. That was it. 45. Well, yeah, Stephen L., Pennsylvania don't make sense because, you know, Rocky Balboa is in the Hall of Fame. You tell me how the hell does a movie character get into the Boxing Hall of Fame, the International Boxing Hall of Fame? What the hell is Sylvester Stallone's movie character doing in the Hall of Fame? Huh? It don't make sense to me either. And then he had that special statue built for Rocky 3. And then they wanted to erect it and put it up in the city like he was a real fighter. But Joe Frazier was there way before him and never got a statue before that or whatever. I'm like, man, make this make sense, bro. Huh? Boy. He said, but I'm not mad at it. I know you ain't. Shit, you wouldn't trade 61 for 14 any day in your life. I know that's right. I know that's right. You can put on that Bill Cosby sweater and go on about your business. Me, I gotta have these layers on, huh? Cause these old bones, huh? Gotta protect them, man. Shoot. These old bones, gotta keep them wrapped up and everything. It's Friday, y'all. How many of you guys gonna tune in to that Netflix debacle this evening? there's not a fight that I could care less for, huh? I just don't care, man. It's kind of like when Joshua was gonna face Andy Ruiz Jr. the first time, and I remember I was on my Friday night chop session. I was saying, man, I'm not even gonna do a post-fight show unless something interesting happens or whatever. Andy Ruiz stopped Joshua. I was on that post-fight show like, well. I was like, oh, here we go. Shoot. So if it happens again, history repeats itself. But they got some fights over in Africa this weekend. I think I'm gonna do a breakdown video. Dan Aziz is gonna be over there, and I think I'll do a video to drop for tomorrow morning or later this evening. I won't do my Friday night chop session tonight because the fights are on. So, and I kind of want to watch those undercards because I think they'll be a little interesting. Especially, they got 3 women's fights on there tonight. That girl, Shernika Johnson, she's fighting her undisputed. I think she's bantamweight titleist. She's out there. There's some Caroline Dubois, yeah, Stephen L. And then, of course, you got Alicia Baumgardner taking on Bedouin. That's a heck of a name, right? French name, Bedouin. Del Rev says, I'm curious to see how AJ gonna handle this situation. He should send Jake to Kingdom Come, but who knows? Well, I saw some information behind the scenes, man, and I just want to tell you guys that keep your money in your pocket, huh? For you Betfred suckers, keep your money in your pocket. Junior says, we will witness the ignition of the biggest rivalry in women's boxing. Baumgardner versus Dubois. Baumgardner and Dubois. I think that Dubois, this is good that she's fighting in America. This is her first time. She needs this type of experience, Dubois. And she may need one more higher level fight. And then I think she'll be ready to take on the likes of Baumgardner. Stephen L. thinks that Caroline will beat up Alicia if they fight. Well, she'll definitely, she'll compete. But when, at this juncture right now, I don't know if I would say that. Don't forget the performance that she had against that Korean lady. That Korean lady showed her a trick or two. And she, even in the after fight in the ring, she said to the guy interviewing her, I think I'm going to have to go back to the gym and work on some things. Yeah. You think? Yeah. We'll see, Junior. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I like that Shernika Johnson too, because she can box and she's tough and she goes for it in there. She's a rumbler, man. She'll get it. She's an attractive looking lady, but she got that fighting spirit, bro. She will get in there and mix it up. So don't be fooled by her. you know. But all in all, yeah, it's some good stuff we got on the horizon, man. We got some really, interesting situations happening. And like I said, don't sleep on Saturday's fights, But yeah, but I'm here at my destination, you guys. I want to say thank you for tuning in, riding with me on the way. This has been another Stormy B-Man Live and On the Move. I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to my brother Junior the Truth, the originator of the On the Move. And we will catch you guys later. Peace to everybody. Enjoy the fights this evening. And make sure you tune in to those fights tomorrow as well, if you're a boxing fan. Yeah. So peace, everybody. I'm out.